Yeah, so right now we doing about 75,000.
Headed to the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no motherfucking fashion show. What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons here, back for another great interview. And if you don't know, I'm the founder of the Clean Biz Network. And today's guest, I had a chance to meet last year at the Clean Biz Network conference, and she's doing some great things. I decided to start following her on Instagram, and I just can tell by the things that she was posting after meeting her. I said, you know what? She up to something, so I'm going to invite her on for an interview. So without further ado, please welcome the owner of B Joy Cleaning Services, Miss Brittany Smith. What's up, Brittany?
Hi.
How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I cannot complain. So on this podcast over here, right? We like to start off with the fun part. So we want to go and get this out of the way so everybody can know what's going on. So if you don't mind sharing how much you're doing right now as far as revenue goes with your cleaning company.
Yeah, so right now we doing about 75,000.
Okay.
Which I'm so excited because I did that on my own, y'all. It's the most money I ever made, so I'm excited, and I did this. So
That's what's up. And I trust me, I remember that feeling when I first hit that 75. For some reason, someone at 75, like, because I knew, like, because I ain't going to college or nothing, but I always knew, like, damn, you're making 75, you're making a little bit of money. So
you're doing
I
okay.
definitely know that feeling. Yeah. All right. So before we dive into how you got to that point, could you just kind of share with us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, all of that?
Yeah, so my name is Brittany. I'm 34 years old. I was born in Houston, Texas, but I was raised in Markham, Illinois, so it's about 30 minutes out from Chicago. It's the south suburb of Chicago.
Gotcha. I
was born and raised there. 3 siblings, raised by a single mom. My dad he is an addict, actually. He's still an addict, in and out of our life. So we was raised by my mom and her parents, my grandparents. But we had a lot of support. I come from a big family. I went to high school. That's why I met my husband there. We high school sweethearts. I met her my freshman year in high school. Worked in retail for a little while. Then I moved to Michigan because I was actually I was going to Chicago State University for occupational therapy.
Okay.
And I was supposed to be transferring to Central Michigan University. But when I moved to Michigan, I actually ended up getting pregnant for the second time. So I did a CNA course, was working at an assisted living home, and we did housekeeping at the assisted living home.
Okay.
So I thought we left from Michigan because it was just us there. We didn't have a lot of support. We came back to Chicago, and that's how I started working for the Hilton. I thought, okay, I got a little housekeeping experience. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
No. Totally different. They busted my butt at the Hilton. But I got good training, learn how to properly make a bed. I learned what kind of chemicals to and not to use, and not to use or whatever. And yeah, that's kind of how I wiggle my way into this hospitality industry.
Okay, bet. Now, so you work for the housekeeping companies, right? Then I think you also said that you work for Airbnb company as well, right?
I did. So we used to get slow at the Hilton in the wintertime. Most of the business was like conventions. So I started working part-time for somebody who had their own, they specialize in Airbnb and residential cleaning. That's all they did.
Okay.
Which was very similar to doing hotel housekeeping, right? Because you got a time restriction. You got to have all the rooms turned by a certain time. So that was like at home to me. And then when I started cleaning people's houses, I was like, oh, I could do this.
Right. So that's the part I want to get to right there. So what made you feel like, you know what, I can do this too, like as an owner, not just as, work for somebody else. What made you feel like you was capable of, and it was possible for you?
Oh my goodness. So first I had this grand idea, oh, I can do this. Like this shouldn't be that hard. And then I talked myself out of it because I started getting the, like, oh my goodness, what if this happened? What if that happened? So I talked myself out of it a lot of times. Yeah. And my best friend and my husband talked me into it. Like, no, you got it. We gonna help you. We can support you. And actually, my best friend was my very first client. And she's still she a recurring client. So but that's how I never saw myself as a business owner prior to that. It just kind of happened.
Gotcha. Okay. Now I see on your website that you offer multiple different services like commercial cleaning, residential cleaning, Airbnb. It was some other stuff too on there. So my question for you is, what made you decide to offer multiple services instead of just picking one little niche?
Well, I thought that the cleaning industry is so diverse. It's so many ways you can generate revenue cleaning. So I was like, well, why close myself off to just only doing, one type, residential or Airbnb? I can do all of it. And it's been going pretty good, except for it's actually some services that's being offered on there right now that I won't be offering anymore going forward because they've never been booked. Right. Nobody has ever booked them. So I kind of learned like, oh, I don't need those, Yeah. Most of my popular ones are move in, move out, Airbnb, and then residential and commercial. I'm doing okay. For me not to know, when I came here, I didn't know anything about commercial. I'm doing all right.
That's what's up. So, all right. So are you doing most of the cleaning yourself or did you start hiring already? How are you doing it for the most part?
I'm still cleaning. I have hired some people. I got 3 people right now.
Okay.
Just 3, not a lot. But I'm still cleaning, but I'm only doing Airbnb and residential cleanings, like my recurring cleanings. Yeah. I'm not really doing the commercial stuff. That's what I hire people for. Because if I'm being honest, I don't like to do the cleanings that's like 3-4 days a week.
Yeah. So why not? So let's go into that a little bit for the people that's watching, right? They might not know anything about dentistry. Why don't you like it?
I personally don't like it because to me, it starts feeling like I'm punching the clock. Like, because you're doing the same thing over and over every day. Right. I will do it, if I got to. All my commercial cleanings, I actually clean them first before I have somebody come in there. So I know what needs to be done in each one. And anytime anybody have an issue, because life is happening to all of us, I will get in there and I will take over for them. Like, you got a flat tire, your kid's sick, I'll do the job, but it's not my preference.
Yeah, that's what's up. And so, by the way, for anybody starting off, I think that's the best way to scale is when you get those new contracts, you clean them. Then once you get the hang up, put somebody else in there, get the next one clean it, put somebody else in there, and so forth. That way too, if they try to shortcut something or they say, you know what I mean? They to try any little trick, you already know about it because you already been in there. So I like that strategy there. All right, now, as far as you cleaning, right? How do you manage your schedule? Because I know the Airbnb's changed, the residential's changed, and then here and there you got to jump into commercial. So how do you manage your schedule?
Oh my goodness. I'm leaning so heavy on my calendar right now. Right. If that matters. Because I'm getting organized, but I'm not that organized. So I'm leaning heavy on my calendars and just trying to kind of work around my personal life. Like after my kids get to school in the morning, then the rest of the day I kind of pretty much got to, to work. So I schedule my residential cleanings like that. And then I just look at my calendar. If I know I got an Airbnb cleaning the day before that, I might have to get somebody else in there to do it. Or, I just try to plan ahead, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay. Now you did say you got some people working for you. So do you do 1099 contractors or you got actual W-2 employees?
No, they 1099. Less paperwork.
Exactly. All right, cool. We'll leave it there then. All right. Now, actually, I got one more question on that. So how have you gone about finding your contractors so far?
So, I actually did some subcontractors. So I'm going into my second year business. My first year, when people found out that I had a cleaning company, they started reaching out to me like, hey, I have a daycare and they need service. And I wanted to see, did you want to work together? So I took those jobs. And because like I said, I didn't have any experience in commercial when I first started. I took those jobs and I actually met people, other cleaning businesses, other cleaning business owners doing that. So those are the people that I'm subcontracting with. And so that's how I've been finding cleaners.
I like that because see, people always wonder, like, well, where you find the contractors? And I'm like, really, just get out here and network. You know what I mean? You're surprised. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Now, did you say do you still have another job as well in addition to the business, or are you doing the business full time?
No, I'm in the business full time. The Hilton that I was working for is the Hilton Chicago downtown, and they had completely shut down when the pandemic started. And I was living off of my unemployment money. So when I was about to run out, I'm like, okay, it's do or die. What am I gonna do? And I just jumped out there. I was like, just go for it.
For sure. That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, you got any tips for us on like how to find customers? And I would imagine, right, like the way you find commercial is different than Airbnb. The way you find Airbnb might be different than residential. So if you could just kind of share a little tip on each category for us, we'll appreciate it.
Okay. Honestly, for me, I use the same strategy for each one. Okay. And by chance, by God, I should say, they've been kind of coming to me. So all I did, I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't post on Craigslist. I didn't do anything. All I did was make myself, I kept announcing my business on Facebook and Instagram. Those are the only two social media sites I use. I was posting, at least trying to post 3 times a day. I slowed down. Like I haven't posted in a long time because I have got too busy now. But when I first started, I was just posting stuff every day. Or if I was doing the cleaning, I would post myself mopping the floor. And people started sharing my stuff and people started inboxing me and DMing me. And that's really how it happened. And word of mouth. Like, older clients, they not on social media. So they telling their friends on the phone or about, at church or whatever. And that's how that happened.
Hey, that's crazy. I like to hear that because that's probably the first time I heard somebody doing it 100% like that. So it's proof that social media works. And then that's even for your commercial too?
Yes. My first commercial cleaning that I got on my own, the guy, I thought it was a scam at first. He DM'd me on Instagram. I'm like, okay, I'm scared. It was for a school, Catholic school, and he DM'd me, and that was the first contract that I got on my own. So yeah.
Let me
all through social media.
That's crazy. So now I'm about to get into that a little bit. This is gonna be a little bit deviating from my regular questions because this is interesting now. So first off, do you have like a business page and a personal page or just one page?
On Instagram, I only have a business page. On Facebook, I have both.
And do you promote on the personal too, or just only the business?
No, both.
Okay, perfect. So that's what I wanted to know. Now I want to know this. So in the beginning, right, when you were posting your cleaning stuff, were you getting a lot of likes and reactions or anything at all? Or how was it when you first started doing it?
Not a lot. I was getting like 17, 15, but it didn't matter to me because I felt like, if I just get one person to message me out of doing all of this, it was worth it. And then people started tagging me too. Like I would see people saying like, I'm looking for a good house cleaner, and people started tagging me in the people's comments or whatever. So
I love that because that's what I wanted to show people, right? It's like in the beginning, everybody ain't gonna be sharing because like right now I see your Instagram, you got a little traction on there, right? Like you get some feedback when you post, but it probably won't like that from day one. And that's what I'm trying to show people, like post anyway. We take the 15 likes today, but post it anyway because you never know when somebody watching and it's like that one day when you post for the 50th time this week, that might be the day they finally need the service. So that's what's up. All right. What else we got? All right. So how did you know how to price? Like, how do you go about pricing the Airbnb? And then also, do you do the Airbnb the same as residential?
Oh, well, you mean, do I price them the same or as far as the cleaning part?
Do you price them the same?
Kind of. So what I do is like, I always ask how many bedrooms, and then I set a set price, a flat rate. A flat rate. Only difference, and how many people is it going to take, and how many hours? you know,
Right.
how many hours is it gonna take? So then I just set a flat rate. But the only difference between Airbnb and residential, for Airbnb, I have been putting in my contracts for Airbnb. So just say that the cleaning takes 4 hours.
Mhm.
If I come and it's trash and it take longer than 4 hours, then it's a hourly charge after that. And that's
Right.
just really just to cover myself and cover my people too. Like, you know, we not cleaning, this not for free. And I
Right.
know that things happen in these Airbnbs. They are unpredictable, but that's the only difference. But that's what I do. I kind of do it the same as residential.
Gotcha. Speaking of the Airbnbs, this just popped in my head too, right? So I know that they got this thing called the same day turns.
Yeah.
So do you do those? And then if
Yeah.
so, how do you, okay, so you say, yeah, so how do you manage to do those with subcontractors? Are they all automatically on board, or do you pretty much take care of those when it's the same day?
If I can take care of them, but I do have one particular person that actually, we cleaned it when I first started getting Airbnbs. She was working with me doing it, so I can. If I can't make it, then most of the time she can. But I was, I guess you want to say, got lucky with my Airbnb owners. They are so helpful. Like, I have ran into some days that somebody book it at the last minute, like the same day, and somebody's checking out and we not available to do it, that they have found somebody like, oh, I'm gonna call my auntie to do it. But I've been lucky like that. But yeah, I kind of got somebody that just, she know Airbnb.
That's what's up. Okay, now what would you say has been the hardest part so far? You know, you going into year 2. I'm sure you had at least a few downs and you got some ups now. So it's like, so far, what would you say has been the hardest part in your business?
The hardest part is, for me, is pricing. That's still, even though I'm doing it, and I'm even about to rework my pricing, like how I got it set up on my website, because you don't want to overcharge people. You don't want to undercut yourself. So I went back and forth, you know, should I be charging hourly? Should I do a 4-hour minimum? Like, you know, so that's been the hardest part, especially for commercial, because I went into that blind. I didn't know anything about commercial cleaning when I went into that. I winged it. I just got out there.
Right.
I'm learning as I'm going.
For sure. And that's the best thing to do. And that's how you got to, you know what I mean, that 75K, right? Is just get out there and try it anyway. So that's what's up. But at some point, we got to get you on that Clean Business Network app, right? So
I know.
know
oh, yeah, I need that automation. Like, I need that like yesterday.
For sure. All right, what else we got? All right, now how have you actually, I already asked you that, so I'm gonna ask you that. Bam. All right, so I saw in your notes that you are a proud wife and a mother of 3. And I also saw that your son has epilepsy and autism. So could you just kind of share, like, how this dynamic affects you as an entrepreneur, and any advice that you can share with somebody that might be in a similar situation?
Yeah. Oh goodness. It affects everything in my entrepreneur life, because it's a lot. That's first of all. Every day is a challenge. Every day is a new day. You don't know what kind of day it's gonna be. And I was in a depression when I started this business. I was in a depression, but I was so used to living in that dark space, I guess, that it felt normal to me, even though it was heavy. I knew how to work in that dysfunction because I have been doing it for so long. But I decided that I was gonna embark on my healing journey, my personal healing journey. So I started going to therapy, doing all that stuff. But before that, I was able to show up to work. I could perform, I could do the jobs, but I was having a hard time because I'm trying to take off this mom hat and put this hat on. It's a struggle. You can do it. But it is a struggle. And I see women that are single, don't have a lot of support, more children than I have, and they out there getting it. They going to school and working. So I knew I could do it because I got support, you know. And even though it felt lonely sometimes, I knew that I had people behind me. So that it did affect me sometimes negatively, but the first year I started, my son I had a crazy weekend. My best friend had this big carnival birthday party. And then we left from the birthday party and my son started seizing at about 3:00 in the morning. So he was having them kind of back to back. They were small ones. So I was supposed to be in another good friend of mine's wedding the next day. Right. And I couldn't make the wedding. And that is mentally draining, like that was a lot. But I got up that next day after I didn't make it to the wedding. I took that day to myself. That next day I went back to work because I always think about that woman. I watched my mom, struggle with 4 kids, going to work, doing what she got to do. So I always think about them women, and they out there getting it. It can be done. And sometimes your support won't come from your family or those friends that you have right now. It might be at your new job or at school, but once you find support, we all need support. Once you find support, it can be done. You can do it. Trust me. If I can do it, you can do it.
And the same way you look into some of these other women and saying that, hey, they doing it, so I know I can do it. Here you are right now being that same life for somebody else. So that's what's up.
I sure hope so.
Absolutely. All right. So we're going to switch gears a little bit. I'm going to have a little fun now. We're going to do what we call the lightning round, right? I'm going to say a word or a phrase, and you just tell me the first thing that comes to mind. All right. You ready?
Okay.
All right. The first one is Texas.
Oh, go Grills.
Okay. Next one. Next one is Indiana.
Indiana. Second home.
Okay. All right. Cleaning business.
Money.
For sure. All right. Key to success.
Oh goodness. Keys with an S or just one key?
However many keys you want to drop.
Honesty, consistency.
Yeah.
Professionalism.
Okay.
That's all.
That sounds about right. All right. AJ Simmons.
Clean Biz Network.
Hey. What else we got? Social media.
Social media. Major platform can generate revenue.
For sure. You proved it. All right. What else we got? Business conferences.
Networking.
Okay. I want to stop there and expound on that one more because I had looked through your page so I can prepare the questions. And I was like, dang, you done went to the EYL, Jane. I don't know. It looked like you might have went to something else too. Then of course I know you came to mine last year. So like, why do you think going to those conferences are important?
Number one, they open up your mind, open up your eyes. Like when I came to your conference, I didn't know anything about SEOs or any of that. That was all over my head. So I'm taking notes. I'm like, when I get home, I gotta look this stuff up.
Right.
And then just getting in those spaces with people that's thinking positive and talking to different people. You'd be surprised the stuff people share with you, and I love the environment of going to those conferences. I just love it.
Okay, appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna jump back into it real quick. All right, residential cleaning or Airbnb cleaning?
Airbnb.
Okay. You want to say why?
Because nobody there with you, and it's and once you learn the unit, it's the same every time. So.
Gotcha. I like that. Okay, now you're making me like those better than residential bed because you're right. I hate when somebody there with, especially the worst ones that want to nitpick why are you there. Yep. Anyway, what else we got? Favorite hobby when you got some free time?
Watch movies. I like to watch.
That's what's up. Favorite movie or book?
Favorite movie. Oh goodness. It's a love. I'm a hopeless romantic. Okay. I can't think of the name right now, but I love rom-coms. So and my favorite book, I just read the Viola Davis. I don't know if it's a memoir. or biography, but that was like super, super good.
That's what's up. I just bought that for like a lot of the couple friends we got. We bought that for the wives that we know. So that's what's up. We on the same page with you.
It's so
right,
good.
Best decision you ever made in business so far?
Was just to jump out there and just do it.
Honestly. All right. Favorite music? Favorite type of music?
I like hip hop and I like R&B, some pop stuff.
Okay. So I'm gonna mix it up. So usually I do the top 5 rappers as the last one. But let's just do the top 5 artists since you like R&B and hip hop. And I mean, so give me your top 5 artists.
Period.
Yep.
Okay. Beyonce.
Okay.
Drake.
Okay.
I love Big Sean.
That's what's up. He slept on.
Yeah. I love J. Cole. That's one of my faves. And I'm gonna throw a oldie but a goodie, Tony Braxton.
Hey. Tony Braxton fan over here. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna jump back into these questions real quick. I think I got like 4 more for you and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Right. The next question I got. So I saw this in your notes too. So you got a new product dropping this spring, right? And
I do.
I was hoping that you can kind of share with us what it is, where we can get it, what's going on with that.
Okay, so I got a candle.
Hey.
It's just a clean smell. It can be for a man or woman. If you like those smells like linen, fresh linen breeze or laundry day, it's similar to that kind of smell. This was not for sale at first. I give this as a thank you gift to my first time residential clients with like a cute little thank you card. And But then when I started passing it out, they really liked it. They was asking me, oh, are you gonna be selling them? And I wasn't. It's just a thank you gift. But that's how this all came about. I am gonna be selling it. But I'm not sure. I'm still working out like how I'm gonna sell it. Am I gonna put it on Amazon or what? So I'm still working that out. So y'all gotta follow me so y'all can find out where is it gonna be. But it's just a fresh, clean scent. Like after you cleaned up or got your house clean, put your candle on, pour your wine, relax. It's a bath.
Okay, bet. So soon as you get us the website or how you want to launch it, let me know. I'll definitely share with the people.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. For sure. All right. What else we got going on? Let's see. Now, what's your long-term goal for your cleaning company?
My long-term goal. Oh, I would love to be able to get a contract with a building that's all Airbnb. That's one of my long-term goals. But my long-term goal is to just keep working, keep expanding, and hopefully be able to retire from this or pass it on to one of my kids.
Nice. I love it. All right. Now, if you lost all of your customers, right, today, you got to start all over again. What would you do in order to rebuild?
Same thing. Get back out there, start posting them videos of me sweeping and mopping. And I would just start over from scratch, right from there. Since I do know a little bit more about I just got a LinkedIn account, that kind of stuff. I probably would do more of that this time, like put my stuff out there on Craigslist and stuff like that. But I will go to social media first.
That's what's up. Now, you just said something that's key, so I want to make sure that I pull this out of you in case it went over somebody's head. You said it so you would get back out there and start recording yourself sweeping and mopping again. But we said you ain't had no customers. So what do you do if you ain't got no customers, if you want to put some content? How do you do that?
Clean your own house. Your own house. Ask your mama, can you clean her house?
Right.
Clean your apartment building, go in the hallway, sweep it out, whatever you got to do it.
That's it, y'all. Y'all hear right here. Like, don't be scared to do some free work. It might be some free work in there, but whatever you do is the content. You can put it out there. That'll get you some money, y'all. So, last question for you, Brittany. And this question I asked everybody at the end: if somebody's watching this video right now, they're scared to jump out there like you did for whatever reason, what could you tell that person right now?
You're gonna be scared. It's scary because it's new. You putting your all, you putting your money, your time, your everything into it. But it's a meme out there said I did it when I was scared, I did it when I was broke, something like that. And that's it. Just get out there. It's scary, you know, but after you do it so many times, you will be okay. You will be fine.
Right, y'all heard it right here from Brittany. Y'all make sure y'all go follow. And how can we follow your journey so we can see, your progress going on, as well as see when that candle drop?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at B_joy_cleaning services, and on Facebook, B-joy cleaning services on Facebook.
That's what's up, y'all. Appreciate you, Brittany, for coming on. It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, talk to you soon.
All right, see you.
Thank you for watching my video, and make sure you hit that like button if you liked the video, because I know you did, and also hit subscribe, and right beside that subscribe button is going to be a notification bell. You gotta click that, because guess what? You never know when I'm gonna go live. As a matter of fact, I might go live right now, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss my videos, all right? And if you want to start or grow your business, check out cleanbiznetwork.com, all right? We have cleaning business starter kits. We have a lead generation service to help you grow your cleaning business. That's what I got for y'all until you click another video and go watch, man. Watch another video, why not? Binge on it, let's go.